All right, buds. We got a little bit of gameplay for you today. I'm going to be playing some Riptide, on the tail end of the banned and restricted announcement, which is not going into effect until tomorrow, I don't think. But we are going to be playing today and seeing what we run into and, well, how it fares. Let's just get right into the list. Why don't we? Here we go. Calling Rip the Tide Veil. Always like to update my Riptide list with whatever the new set is called. Tide Veil, Mist Veil. Very close. Not exactly. But, this is kind of a standard suite, at least for me, in terms of equipment. Bullseye Bracer, Dreadbores, Snapdraggies, Crown of Providence, Trench. But in terms of the deck, kind of like the Bolton Shots, because I'm running a decent amount of buffs. We got Drill Shot, some nice 0 for 4s that are coming in for 7 with these buffs, which is nice. Some Infecting Shots, great target. This Remorseless and even Censor in some cases, great targets for Codex of Frailty. 1 Searing Shot. I've thought about moving it to 2, but Murkmire Grapnel, just with the existence of Enigma right now, I feel like I kind of want this card, right? Because it's good, and even Prism doesn't really like it. So keeping that around. 1 Murky Water. The card's awesome. I want to play more, but this current list is not really kind of teched for that. Just a little not the resources coming for it. So there are some cool lists out there, like Chris Iali's list that he took to top 16 at Battlehard Minneapolis. Was a little bit resource heavier and played 3 copies of Murky Water. That was a pretty cool list. But this is the list I'm playing. We got your Laces, Premeditates, Seek and Destroys. I love Sigil of Solace. This card is quite good. Gaining 3 life and loads. Standing Order 1 of. I just really like this card. That's really what it comes down to. It's flexible. It does multiple different things. 1 Pitfall Trap, kind of acting as the reckless swing of the deck in a way. Kind of sneaking in 3 damage sometimes out of nowhere. You got your Legendary Traps, Intoxicating Shot, which is just a card I love, right? So that's kind of the main deck. We usually start at 54, and then we kind of add cards from there based on the matchup. So here is the inventory, or sideboard. 1 Blood Rot Trap, whatever. There's some reaction shenanigans going on these days. Frailty, Inertia, Boulder, and Tar Pit are the main ones coming in a lot of the time. Sink Below comes in pretty often as well. Rain Razors, there are certain matchups where it just kind of sneaks in some wins, gets over the top of some stuff in like against Illusionist or something like that. But, we'll see what we play today, actually. I'm not really sure. Remembrance is, there for the games that go longer. Victor is a nightmare to play against. So is Bravo in a lot of ways, but it is winnable with something like Remembrance and a Quiver. Balance of Justice for the decks that are drawing 2 cards often. Zen, the Brutes, and we also got Stonewall Gauntlet, which I think we all know what that's for. It's for Zen. We'll see how Zen is in the new meta, the Bonds of Ancestrally-less kind of deck techs that will be out there. Not really sure how good they'll be, but the deck's still very strong. So I have to imagine, based on LSS's kind of decision to ban the yellow and blue Bonds of Ancestry, I think that we might be all right. So let's go here. We are going to make sure that, I think this is the right one. Let's create this. This looks right to me. We're going to see what we get into. This is not correctly shaped because I had to reshape it for February, but we're back in business, folks. That's okay. I'm not going to edit it out. This is raw. This is what testing is like with yours truly. So I'm looking at Dash here. So Dash is an interesting one. I look at Dash and I'm like, okay, this could go a few different ways. Let's hope it's a way that is better for us because honestly, the kind of like Tree Frog Dash is not that kind to us, but we're going to throw in the sinks. Nursery Trap, I mean, we're kind of banking on the boosting, and we're also banking on them having, what do they call it? The Teklo Pounder. So you get the Boulder Traps in, and we'll throw the Tar Pit Traps in as well. And then why the heck not? We'll throw in the Blood Rod Trap just in case they're doing some kind of stuff. We're going to say good luck, have fun to our opponent who is on Dash, Inventor Extraordinaire, as opposed to IO. This is IE. So let's submit the deck. It's probably helpful if I submit the deck. Let's see. Where is my face? Does it make sense for what we're doing? I think so. We're going to keep going like that. Okay. We are on the play. They start with the Teklo core. They have the plasma pistol. We'll see what this means. You know what? Just to kind of clear up the hand here, we're just going to load a Remorseless and send it, right? Sure, they can filter their hand a little bit, but they do run items, so it's not for nothing. Something can come out of this. Looks like it won't. Those are some boost cards, so we're happy to see that. We threw the Tar Pit Trap in, and the Remorseless going into the bin here is not a bad thing because, well, as we said before, we play Codex of Frailty. All right, so they start with 2 resources. It seems like cheating to me, but that's their issue, I guess. All right, so we have Combustible Courier. If it hits, oh, that's perfect. We have Tar Pit Trap, which will turn that off. It has go again. Listen, I think we're going to be okay here because I think we have to kind of keep a lot of our hand here, to be honest. If we want to have a pretty decent turn, because we can go buff, shoot, probably the Remorseless, if we keep these 4 cards. So we're going to pass the reactions. And guess what? We're going to say Tar Pit Trap. Now, most times against other Rangers, the opponent might be like, what? A trap? But guess what? Riptide loves to use traps all the time. So it just works out. So they're not going to be too surprised. So here, I'm going to just take this 4 damage. They've banished another Teklo core. And, okay, T-Bone, not upset about that. We're upset about 4 T-Bones. That would be bad news. That's not happening. We just give them the Snapdragon Scalers. We're going to take a chunk of damage here. Whatever. They're going to Arsenal, and we're going to say, you know what? We have cool stuff to do as well. We're going to go Premeditate. We're going to load the Remorseless here. We're going to go Seek and Destroy as well. Now, they have somewhat of a fridge here. They can commit a decent amount of their equipment here to try to prevent any of this from happening. Really, the only thing we want to happen is get the Ponder, but if we get the Ponder, they probably didn't commit a lot of blocks. So we will see, right? We're going to take a look at what our opponent decides to do. I have an empty thing of hummus next to me. I don't know. I mean, I did have some earlier, so that would explain it. I should have thrown it out or put it in the recycling. It is a plastic jug. I don't know if any of you like hummus out there. I love hummus. Oh, you just love to see a trap off the top. It is so cool. Okay, T-Bone, not really caring about this. So they're taking losing a life, not taking a damage. They're losing a life every time they play an action this turn. So, you know, we're going to take a chunk here. We're at life parity currently. I want to see how far we can take this, to be honest, because I think we can also threaten. I mean, this might just be a race. I mean, maximum velocity would be brutal. Okay, here is an issue for us. So they reveal X cards from their hand, where X is the number of times you've boosted this combat chain. So I have to choose 3 cards. You know what? I'll give them these 3. See what they do. I kind of want to keep the Premeditate because at least I could send a standing order for 7. the funny thing about Pulse Wave Harpoon. Okay, they took the Falcon Wing. That makes sense. I'll take one. Okay, now they're loading their Teklo Plasma Pistol. Oh, well, that is a lot of damage. Funny enough. Okay, I think we could commit both the Boulder Trap and the Buzzsaw Trap and send Standing Order for 7 and not be totally upset here. Right? They don't have another action point, but I guess they could get it with that, but that seems like a waste. We'll say Boulder Trap and Buzzsaw Trap. It stinks not to get the value, but honestly, they didn't play Teklo Pounder, so we're not going to get a ton of value out of the buff traps. But if we wanted buff traps, we just go to the gym, you know, do a couple, you know, shoulder presses. I think those are pretty good for your trapezoids, if that's what they're called. But we're going to say premeditate. We already have our little friend in the arsenal, and they know what's up. They know it's coming. Sending a 7, threatening a Ponder. We'll take a Ponder. We'll also take them committing cards here. They do still have most of their stuff. They took it. They're saying, you know what? We'll race. There's a Tar Pit Trap. Ooh, we kind of like that as well. Ooh, so here's something funny. I mean, I don't know how funny it is, but if we let this hit, the next thing gets +3. So we can get at least Boulder Trap stuff going, which is not terrible. But maybe I should preserve some life. You know what? So this, okay, this is what I'm gonna do. we're back. Spike Pit Trap from Arsenal, just to like cover up some damage. We're not expecting to see any reactions. I would assume from our opponent here, they don't get the thing. So the Sprocket Rocket is coming in for 6, which is more. So this is going to be kind of a weaker turn for us. But what I'm going to do is Boulder Trap, load the Falcon Wing, and then send the old Falcon Wing, and then play Sigil Saw as Bolt and Shot just for a 4. It doesn't matter. So I put the -1 counter on the Teklo Foundry Heart because, well, it has Battle Worn, so it can block twice, so it blocks for 3. So essentially, I'm taking that 3 and turning it into 1. If I just put it on the Bounce of Justice, it would be taking the 2 and turning it to 1. They're getting Spark of Genius thing here. Teklo Core, sure. We go Falcon Wing. And it's going to kind of hurt to not have an arsenal here, but our opponent decided, hey, we're racing. So we have to keep that in mind. And we're kind of a little bit on the back foot, but they're giving us a card. That's like the first card they gave us. All game. And we gain 3 life. We're at 16. They're at 16. Howdy doody. We're giving them the old bolt and shot right now. And we'll see where this takes us. They block a little bit. So they must have drawn a little bit of a clunker, I would assume, based on those blocks. Now, this kind of stinks. This hand is awful. And I'm not super stoked about it. But they're going again. So we're going to just commit 6 here. That's fine. And they're going to zipper hit. So they're going again too. So they're probably coming in with the Teklo Plasma Pistol, I have to assume. And yeah, that makes the most sense here. So we could just block with the Crown of Providence and hope to draw something better. So like maybe like a pump on the drill shot. Wouldn't be the worst. We'll just take the 4. Going to 12. Not ideal, but these things happen. We're just going to give the crown. Okay. That is better than just loading, I think. I don't know. In a race, gaining life is probably pretty good. So they're going to say they're going to waste their Achilles accelerator right now. I mean, it's not waste. They're getting 2 damage. But I feel like you want to get more damage out of your accelerators. All right, so let's play Sigil. We'll load this. We go back up to 13. We do present Drill Shot. This is going to demand probably some equipment. Maybe a card and some equipment. Or they can give everything, right? They can go 1, 2, 3, 4. Seems worse. All right. We'll take that. We'll eat some equipment. And we'll say, I mean, this is not great with them having a full grip. But, sure. Man. All right. I think, can we survive is the question. So I want to throw the frailty trap here, I think. It just covers it up. I don't want to have to take a turn off here, but if we do, it is what it is. Twin Drive. This feels to me, how many played Twin Drive, boost Spanish Sparker, and did. Okay, so maybe they didn't boost twice. So I think we could take the 5 here. And then, oh man. It's so weird because, all right. We're going to take the 4. This is getting a little risky bisky right now, but that's okay. We are okay. So I think what I want to do here is, we're at 4, they're at 14. If I can go Enlightened Strike, draw a card, say Dragon Scaler or Snapdragon Scalers, we will say draw a card, and we'll load this just to make them think that it's possibly okay. Okay, sink below. Can we trick them? I mean, this is all really depending on. Okay, they gave us a card, so let's actually do it. We're doing it for the the vibes, I think. So the question is, what do we name? So max velocity's there. They're definitely not coming in with a max velocity. We'll see if this hits. We've seen 2 Twin Drives. We've seen 3 T-Bones. We've only seen 2 0 to 60s. And then there's the blue ones there. Maybe it is a 0 to 60. Just name that. I mean, it's it's one of the only mech cards I know, so might as well name that one. Actually, they're going to block it out with the card I was going to name anyway, so that works out for us. We don't actually have to think, which is awesome. Holy smokes. What are we doing here? They're going to attack for 2? Can they kill us? Because I have a crazy turn here. I can go E-Strike, go again. Blood Rot, Frailty, and then go crazy. We went to 2. Now we are in Reckless Swing range. I understand that, but sometimes you just got to take those risks, folks. All right, so we are going again. And we can put this in Arsenal to make them think we have an arrow. We're gonna grab an arrow anyway, so it doesn't really matter. We'll go Lace of Blood Rot. We'll go this. So the question is, what do we send? None of this really matters. It has to be a 0 for 4. We'll say Murkmire Grapnel just in case they're getting spicy with some kind of prevention effects. They only have 18 cards left, but they have to block this a little bit. And then we might be in trouble. We are at 2. But they do have a frailty, so we don't have to. I mean, if we block out to the point where they are going to attack with the pistol, okay. So they're giving 2 cards. They'll still take 1. Okay, they want to give all 3. This is ideal. I'll be honest with you, folks. I like to see that, and I don't mind seeing this either. Just loading and passing. Okay, do I need to do anything here? No, I don't think so. So we're gonna go trench away that Bolton Shot to load this Bolton Shot with Dreadbore. Gives +1, so therefore giving it go again. And we hope that they let it hit so we don't have to use the Bullseye Bracers. But if we have to use the Bullseye Bracers, that's totally fine. We're going to send the Searing Shot next, no matter what. We keep the Tar Pit Trap, no matter what. Probably an Arsenal. Okay, that's fine. We use this. And if our opponent's blocking like this right now, I don't think we're too upset. See, our opponent is at 15. 15 cards, that is. 7 life. 15 cards. We're 40 cards. Obviously, we have nothing to worry about, but they've been boosting quite a bit. If they aren't going to try and take a risk to send something back, we might be okay. Now, if they take this and they try to boost, we have the Tar Pit Trap. Will just be, because this will be 6 damage, 5 plus the 1 loss of life here. And they don't take all of it. That's fine. And then we go, yeah, we'll just Arsenal the Tar Pit Trap. And this looks pretty good too. Do we? I think we just, it feels weird, but we might just sink below. It's crazy. It's crazy to sink below here. It's only 2 damage, but I don't know if they can do anything, but it would be nice to just be able to do what we plan to do here, which is send a huge intoxicating shot. We'll go sink below. 2 is lethal, so we don't want to mess around with that. Okay. We trench away our arsenal. We go Dreadbore. Load the intoxicating shot. Seek and destroy. Lace of Blood Rot, and we are threatening a Courage to Quicken, a Blood Rot, and a Seek and Destroy, and possibly death as well. 11 damage, most is probably the biggest thing here. Okay, they took it and they go to 2, and they get Blood Rot Pox, and we also have they have to pay for it, which is fair. I think that's a fair thing to do. I think we are in a great spot. Our opponent didn't order it correctly, and we took the win. Now, that's just how you do it here, folks. And thank you for watching. Actually, that was a lot of fun. That was a really quick one. Maybe we did. Do we do another one? It was only 24 minutes. Let's get another one going. Let's do it. I'm feeling spicy right now. So let's create a game. We'll see. I like creating a game and letting whoever walks through the door come to try and play me. The dash, albeit it was Boost Dash, a good matchup for Riptide in my estimation. And, we had bad matchups. It'd be interesting to see a bad matchup. Also, I love that, I came on here and, speak of the devil, a bad matchup. We'll go second. Victor is rough for us. I will say that. And we're just going to fat deck it. Everything. A lot of the traps won't trigger, but guess what? They overpower sometimes. We'll say, good luck, have fun. We can win this. It's not winnable, but it's an uphill battle. And we'll see how it goes. They only presented 60. We presented the 72. Not the worst. Hate seeing this in the opening hand when we just chose to go second. Could be very brutal for us. However, if our opponent chooses to just pass, we get rewarded. So then we go load this remorseless face up. So absolutely no D-react shenanigans going on, right? None from hand, none from arsenal. We got the premeditate going. Now, they have all their stuff, right? They have all their armor, shield, and a full grip. So there's a high likelihood that maybe they say, we don't want you to get any of this like bonus from this attack. We might just block it out. But if that happens, they've more than likely given up some of their equipment, which I think is a key to this matchup, right? Whittle them down, get rid of some equipment, and then if you can make it to the late game, you can start to send things that are going to be harder to block. Now, here's our first clash. Let's see how it goes. Clash of Might, which it's honestly one of the better ones for us to see. They gave the whole hand. That's beautiful. We actually won. We won. We got the might. Holy smokes, folks. They don't make it this easy all the time. I'll tell you that much. Oh boy. So this is interesting. We got a pretty good hand. So what I think I'm going to do is we're going to go Dreadbore Bolt and Shot, which is getting the +2, one from Dreadbore and one from Might. We're attacking for 6. We're doing our best brute impression right now with a possible reload. Not that we care. We have the Lace with Blood Rot to load our Endless Arrow anyway. I always find it's better to send, if you have the option to, right? If you're going again into an Endless Arrow. Oh, they think I was going to go Rain Razors there, I think. Although I can respond to that trigger, so it's not that crazy. But this is crazy. Holy smokes. I mean, I don't know if I'll do it because it's a little too early to pop the Bullseye Bracers, but they gave us a quicken on an Endless Arrow, right? So technically this could come back and then I could pop the Bullseye Bracers, send it again for 5 if it hits. Now, it feels good to do it. I'll be honest with you folks, but I don't think it's correct right now. And here's why. In this matchup, in my experience, the Endless Arrow, Snapdragon Scalers, Bullseye Bracers is typically the way you sneak in the win, right? Spinal Crush. Yeah, that's fine. I'm pretty sure. Because I don't think we're doing more than one action anyway. But we're going to take 3, which is not even the crush. Oh, okay. So they are going to pummel us, which is fine. I mean, it's fine. We just go sigil and we just play the Rain Razors, right? I don't think there's any way to not lose it, so we'll just play it because it's funnier. And then we're going to take a nice chunk of damage. It's totally fine. But guess what? They're going to take 2 from their Blood Rot Pox. And we don't have Go again this turn, which is fine. They don't have an Arsenal. We have Endless Arrow. We're threatening an Arsenal for 1 card. Best card in the game ever until you see a Test of Strength. Then you're saying, Tommy, that card stinks. And I would be inclined to agree with you. But we have a Cranial Crush. We're not drawing cards. They're not threatening pummel. This is kind of crazy. I mean, this is a wild thing to do. But I think I'm going to take it. Can't draw cards during their next action phase. We're not drawing. We're pondering. Sure. We'll take the 8. And here's why. I think we're presenting a pretty good turn. You load the Bolt and Shot with the other Bolt and Shot. You have 1 resource left. You go Lace with Blood Rot, Codex of Frailty. Then you go get Remorseless, which we have. That would have been bad if we didn't. It would have been fine. We had a Searing Shot or something like that. But I think going to, what are we going, 26 or something is fine. I'm crushed. Cranially, I think would be the way to say that. Now, we're not out of the woods yet, folks. You might be saying, well, Tommy said this is a really tough matchup, and he looks to be doing all right. Things can go very sour very quickly, and the way it would do that, I don't know why this is taking so long to resolve. Anyway, but things could go poorly. You lose 1 trounce. Things are not looking good. You lose. I mean, if you just keep losing the clashes, I mean, it could really spiral out of control. Now we go Bolt and Shot. Loading with Dreadbore. What does an opponent have that is possibly an instant? Now, this is kind of like metagaming Talishar, I guess. Like when the opponent is not like clicking right away or whatever, it looks like they have something to do. Oh, interesting. So this changes some things. And what does it change, you might be asking? Who wins the clash here? I lost it. I'm going to lose most of them. I'll be honest with you, folks. But that's okay. This changes things because now I can grab the Endless Arrow. All right, I go Lace of Blood Rot because now I'm going to have Go again. And it's nice to try and punish the Civic Steps. We're not going to throw that in Arsenal. We're going to let that resolve. We're going to go Codex of Frailty. Now we get the Endless Arrow because we have 1 resource floating. Now we're threatening a Endless Arrow for 7 with Go again on hit Blood Rot. If it hits, it will come back to hand. We have another action point. I can use that. Oh, I already did the Dreadbore. No. All right. That was dumb. I already did the Dreadbore this turn, but guess what? Still not the worst, I don't think. But we made them use a lot of equipment. It wouldn't have hit anyway. So maybe they got scared. I was scared when I realized I did the wrong thing. So we didn't really do much damage there, but we definitely did something. Okay, so this is our first Command and Conquer that we're facing. They can't pummel us. They cannot pummel us. It's only for 6, but it came from Arsenal. It would have been 7, but the frailty's there. Is there a world where we block this out and just send 7? I think that's not the worst thing. Right? Yeah, that's totally fine. I don't know. I mean, I could have just Crown of Providence, but that's the second CNC we've seen, but there's another one coming, and we do play Codex. It's nice to have the Crown of Providence. Let's just buff power. We could do Go again, but let's keep an Arsenal. It's 9 damage versus 7 damage, and arguably we can give them the Courage and Quicken. We're not quite in the point where I want to give them the Courage and the Quicken. I'd rather wait that out a little bit. This is fine. And if you remember, now they can't do any shenanigans here, right? I don't think they can. We will sink the Boulder Trap. Get rid of it. We will see what we draw. Maybe if it's a better arrow than Intoxicating Shot, then we can pitch stack the Intoxicating Shot with the Boulder Trap. So cool. We're not going to get crushed. Put that on the bottom. Oh, yeah. That worked out. Listen, it's nice to get rewarded sometimes. So now we go Trench. We put the Intoxicating Shot with the Boulder Trap. Pretty cool. Premeditate. I mean, obviously sometimes it won't work out, but we're hoping it will. Remorseless into the Arsenal. We have 1 resource from our Trench. We send 8. 8's good. And threatening the Remorseless on hit, which is not that big of a deal for Victor, albeit. But, and there's the 3rd Command and Conquer. Okay. I don't hate it. I'm going to be honest with you. Oh, this is kind of interesting. Let's block with the Titans. Yeah, we'll block with the Murkmire Grapnel. And we're just going to go Sigil, Trench away the Intoxicating Shot, Codex. Sigil, load the Intoxicating Shot, trench it away before even the Sigil resolves. That's how crazy we are. And then we'll go Codex. And, man, Censor's kind of funny. I don't know what I would name. They have 1 gold, so I guess you name Golden Sun or something like that. I don't think they're really running any D-Reacts. I don't think I've seen them pitch any. They do have Test of Strength. Do they give the next thing here? Oh, now we get to see what they grabbed. I mean, they're going to be pitching the Debilitate. So it doesn't I would be so surprised. Or we could do the Rouse the Ancients. That would be the worst thing for us to see, I think. I think that's the name of the card. I hope so. Throw the Frailty Trap. Actually, it would have been good there. All right, Disable. All right, that's a fine card. Puts yeah. I mean, we just go Standing Order, right? And then remove the Frailty Trap. Actually, I mean, it's no. We keep the card in deck because we could just do it. It'd be more block, but keep the cards in deck. We're not in danger yet. They didn't pummel. It's just fine. What if they had the rouse? That'd be crazy. I didn't see what they pitched, to be honest. So they could have had it, and I don't even know. We're just gonna send 7 here. Keep the sink below. They have no more CNCs in deck, so don't feel too bad about it. We'll throw an arsenal, make them think I might Snapdragon Scalers or something crazy. We're ahead 10 cards. I don't really know. I mean, I'm not really a math guy, so I don't really know if we're doing it right. Visit the Goldmane Estate. Wow. Pretty cool. That's a lot of mites. We're going to keep this Buzzsaw Trap around, I think, folks. Best thing that can happen is actually this. Because we go block here. Ooh, they have enough for the pummel. But wouldn't they have played it last time? Ugh, God. Well, then you do the Buzzsaw Trap now, I think. We'll go like this. We don't need to sink anything. We'll just take 1. They didn't have the pummel. That would have been scary, but the Buzzsaw Trap existing was really good for us. We'll go Seek and Destroy. Throw that Drill Shot down. Attack for 7. And folks, this is the key to this matchup. I think it's just kind of trying to keep this kind of life parity. Because, you know, once it spirals out of control, it doesn't matter what you send at them. Right? Oh, here's a trounce. The first trounce. Do we win it? Oh, we got the first one. They're going to pop the gold, probably. Pop the gold. Go down. They have a lot of gold. Okay. And then we won the second one. That is... It's a once per turn. First time. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. See, that's how you win, folks. You beat the trounce. They didn't take any damage, but that's okay. They're gonna take at least 1 next turn if they attack. I mean, it would be a shame for them to waste their mites. But sometimes that's how the cookie crumbles, you know? 4 mites is a lot, but it's going to be negated. This is blocking for 7 in a way. Golden Sun. I missed the part where that's my problem. Oh, and yes. Give them the infecting shot. And then we say, pass blocks, move the reactions. They go, this is going so well. I'm about to deal 11 damage to this Riptide player. And then I go Buzzsaw Trap. Shrink that Golden Sun back down, my friend, to a 7. We take 1 damage. They take 1 damage. It was an equal turn. And guess what? We're going to send 10 back. They don't have a Buzzsaw Trap, folks. They don't play that card. They can't. We are just insane right now. Seek and Destroy. Lace of Frailty. They don't care so much about that, but they do have an Arsenal and they do have Titan's Fist. But I think they mostly care about 10 Damagerooskies headed their way. Seek and Destroy is brutal as well. And the Endless Arrow comes back if it hits. The only thing they have left to block with, I mean, they have 1 more block here with the Aurum Aegis. 1 more block on the Spring Tunic. Here's the 3rd test of strength. 1, 2, yep, 3rd test of strength. Their strength has been tested, folks. Collapsing Trap. It's always awkward when your opponent knows that you have that card, but I mean, let's be real. Alrighty, so this is interesting. I mean, we just send some traps as just blocks here. And then we go collapsing trap, like load the Dreadbore, fail to load, and then we do it Codex. I mean, we could try to dig for something, but that is just, honestly, that is very risky. We don't have murky water in here, do we? Okay. So if we had murky water in here, I'm going to just send the frailty trap too. We're only grabbing a 1 attack, so I'll just throw this down. I mean, they know what I'm going to be doing. We just save some life there. It's a clunker hand. These things happen. You just trench away your trap. We go Codex. And what do we want to get? The Remorseless presents the most damage. Censor is funny. Let's do it again. Let's see if they take it. I know they still have the Rouse the Agents, so maybe we should just keep going for it. It's like the old meme, right? Like a guy shows up for a date and he's wearing a shirt, and he goes up to the second date and she's like, oh, he wore the shirt again. And then he goes to the third date and he's wearing the same shirt for the third time. She goes, oh, he only owns one shirt. This is that situation where I only know one card, Rouse the Agents. Listen, you can't win them all. Ooh, visit the Goldmane State. That would have been probably a good one to say. Possibly. Oh. So we can inertia trap here. That's pretty fun. So we'll block here. And then we'll go inertia. It'd be nice to save it for the might, but just getting rid of their arsenal's pretty sweet. And if it's a pummel, they can't even do it because it's lightning strike. And that's just how it goes. We can save the frailty trap. All those mites are not that big of a deal when we are not in like a lethal range, if that makes sense. So we're just going to play Sigil. There's no reason to beat around the bush here because we're going to arsenal the frailty trap anyway. Send the Murkmire grapnel. It's not that great here, but as I said before, you kind of have to play that card right now. It feels like you have to. I would love to not, but it is a 0 for 4. Like it's, oh, there's the Rouse the Agents. We got one of them. And they lose the Clash, which is good. They revealed the pummel. That is scary. But now we know they're going to have it. Well, gee willikers. Now I think we have to Crown of Providence. And because this is not a good hand. So we just get rid of the Remembrance. We don't need it right now. Oh, shoot. I meant. And we got punished. But that is okay. And we'll just send some more traps here. We'll throw away the Rain Razors. This is the, you just run into this sometimes with this deck. And we trench that away. And then we're just going to load with the Frailty Trap. And then we're just going to arsenal the Premeditate. And it stinks, but what are you going to do, And they're going to dig for something. They're popping their gold. So we know they had the pummel. And lo and behold, I feel like Oh, man. That is so crazy. All right, so I think I sink below here. Try to get rid of one of these Falcon Wings. I think we want to keep this premeditate. Just because I want to send some damage. And it stinks that I won't be able to... Oh. Interesting. What do I want to do here? Yeah. This makes it interesting. If it was a 1 cost, it would have been a lot better. Or if it was a 0 cost, it would have been fine too. A buff is what we were looking for. The deck is clunking up on us a little bit. But, gosh. They want to pummel us. I think, I mean, I don't know what was in their hand. Maybe just some clash cards. All right. So what I can do is, you know what? We're just gonna, this seems crazy. We're just gonna send 7 and hope that they want their hand and that they're willing to let me have a trap. It is what it is. We know they have the pummel. And if they want to block this, fine. They only played 1, right? Played 1 early and they haven't blocked with the other. So, I mean, heck, they could have 2 pummels. This could be a situation where we're just, it's not good. So, oh, that makes a lot of sense. So, this could go terribly for us. All right. Yeah, we lost both on the first. That sure does stink. This could be where we lose. We are still at 19, so it's not the worst. Okay, we had a lot of traps on top. That's okay. We should be drawing that blood rod trap, right? So, oh, and we got spike pit trap. So we know the pummel is coming, right? So we block with the lace. We say, you know what? You have it, so you might as well use it. If not, we go blood rod trap, load the Murkmire Grapnel, and send it. There it is. Okay. This is fine. We're gonna take a little bit of damage, but so are they. We'll let that resolve. Well, we'll throw this in the arsenal. Let it resolve. Give them the blood rod trap. They'll be able. Yep. That makes sense. We're gonna do this as well, my friend. Sometimes it just times very well. I hope it's a card that they have a lot of in their. They just lost 3 life off of that. That was pretty awesome. We're still taking 6, but that could have gone a lot worse. Now we do have to worry about the Macho Grandes, right? We're getting to a point where they can do some serious damage to us. Okay, this is not the worst either. Because we're gonna go Inertia Trap, Pitfall Trap, and do we want to just block out? Because we'll still take 4. They'll take 2. Then the Macho Grande, like, you know, problem is still there, but I can go. If I can block 9 here because it's only overpower. I block 9, I'll take 1 to their, but then they have a full grip. I need to send the infecting shot. I'm choosing to do that. Nurse trap. They probably still have 1 pummel in there too, which stinks. But we just gotta. It's just what we gotta do. Now we do the bullseye bracer thing. I mean, it just is what it is. It would have been nice to keep it, but we need to, like, now that we are pretty close, we need to keep up some kind of pressure. And that's okay. We are cool with them blocking. That is scary as well. And do we care about this? Ugh. What are they going to draw? No, I think we have to. You know what? We just go like this. We send the tar pit trap, throw the bolt and shot. We're still going to be sending some damage. We'll have the boulder trap at least for the might tokens. Man, this Visit the Goldman Estate is quite the card. And yeah, we'll go tar pit trap to load the bolt and shot. We'll throw that in there. Totally fine. Is what it is. We'll go bolt and shot. If they are good on their resources, they likely take it. Oh man, they're gonna have spring tunic as well. If this is the next pummel turn, kind of in bad spot, but I don't know. There's still outs here. I don't know where they are. Holy smokes. Played all 3 of our codexes. Our opponent said, you know what? We don't need. I have a feeling we're in a world of hurt right now. Okay. And this is fine, actually. So the reason is because we almost want them to waste this pummel. Yep, here it comes. Yep, there it is. This is a lot. And then we can go Frailty Trap as well to load the drill shot. We still get to send something. Still got to worry about those Macho Grandes, which Tunic cannot block anymore. We're both at 6. This is as scary for me as it is for them. I'm very sure of it. Okay. They take 1. You know what we say? We'll put another one on the spring tunic because it's so iconic. Ooh, boy. Okay. This is kind of interesting. Oh boy. Can't draw cards. Man, we are in trouble. So I could block with these 2, which I don't think we want to do that. We want to remembrance something back. Yeah, I think we just block with the cloud trap, go to 1. Whatever. We're in trouble. Might as well just face the music here. They can't do anything else. This is the problem with fat decking with Rain Razors, but sometimes you can get the extra damage with Rain Razors into a Victor. We don't need to do any of that. Sure, we go to 1. Sure. We're gonna just send 7. Send 7. Buff power. Sure. And then, I mean, we don't have to play it right away, but it stinks. It's just a no block here. This is fine that they're doing this, actually. So we can't take 1. That's for sure. This is okay. So I think we have to. All right, let's lock in. We're gonna block with the trench, right? And then we're gonna go boulder trap. We're gonna deal 1 damage to them. And guess what? Another one on Spring Tunic. We're going off. And then we'll just play the Remembrance. Why not? Because we have priority. What do we want to bring back is the question. You know what? I'm just going codexes. I think. Yeah, we're just going to go codexes. Hope I actually selected them. This is up to, right? Yeah, I think I got it. Okay. I have a feeling this is a Macho Grande, so we can't let them have 7 resources, but we're in a bad spot because that Spring Tunic's about to have another counter, and our opponent's filled with blues. Nine is a lot. They have to. Oh yeah, They had to give us 3 cards. Ugh. That's totally fine. We don't even care. Okay. Well, here we just go Seek and Falcon Wing. I mean, it's the only option we have. Now, okay, so here's the question. Because we could just play the Rain Razors, go grab something, and send 6. We're a little screwed that way. I'm screwed either way. I think I just need to do that. Because I could load Dreadboard, but we're not in a position where that is okay. I think we're going to lose this Macho Grande. Unfortunately, but if it's like a Rouse the Ancients kind of hand, maybe I can sneak in some damage. Holy smokes. Yes, sorry. So the most damage I can send is Searing Shot. I think that's probably correct. And I forget what's in my deck. There are 2 more Codexes of Frailty, so we're going to draw them. We're going to draw at least one of them. And we're going to just send the Searing Shot here. We're going to pray that it's just 2 Rouse the Ancients or something like that. Block with a Macho Grande. They snap blocked, which, whatever, we'll just throw in the arsenal. Yep. Here we go. Our only shot there was boom, boom. Let's say good game. And sometimes that's just how that one goes. Well, folks, thanks for watching. We maybe made some mistakes there. Feel free to comment them because, you know, that matchup is crazy sometimes. But thank you for watching. Check out the podcast. Give us the old like, comment, subscribe on the channel, and stay fresh.